Hello everyone, let's have more news about the Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. The Dallas Cowboys have a new defensive coordinator for the third time in as many seasons after they hired Matt Eberflus to replace the retired Mike Zimmer. Eberflus has a lot to prove this year after he was fired as head coach of the Chicago Bears. Fortunately for Dallas, he is much better suited as a defensive coordinator than he is as a head coach. In his first year as the Colts coordinator in 2018, Indianapolis went from number 30 in points and yards allowed to number 10 and 11, respectively. The run defense went from 26th to 8th, and the Colts did not allow a 100-yard rusher. Eberflus is doing a lot of good things thus far with the Cowboys' defense, and the first is allowing Israel Mukuamu to move into a slot corner role. I have wanted this for the last 2 years. He has shown he can be a baller, and it is time to allow him to do just that. Zimmer actually played a career-high 201 snaps last year, but he saw fewer than 10 defensive snaps in 9 games and played more than 20 snaps just 3 times, even though Dallas cornerback depth was tested seemingly all season due to injuries. With the CB room in flux once again due to the injury bug, Mukuamu deserves a chance. It seems Eberflus is prepared to give him just that. Osa Odigizua, who the Cowboys managed to sign to a new deal, is done bored with him as well. Just based on some of the things we're being asked to do right now, I was going back and watching some of the tape from last year and I'm like, if I was doing the stuff we're being coached to do now, I'm making this play, I'm making that play. Just seeing there are going to be a lot more opportunities based on the stuff he's having us do, Odigizua said. You can tell me that this is what all these guys are supposed to say and do to support a new staff member, but it really seems like the players are buying into this new culture that is happening right now. There is an extreme difference in the way the Philadelphia Eagles construct their roster compared to how the Dallas Cowboys do it. We are all aware that the Cowboys front office is very selective in spending its cap resources. They are very risk-averse with their free agent spending, sticking to a yearly budget, and dragging out the extensions of their own players as long as possible to ensure what they are buying is a good investment. The Eagles' front office is the polar opposite. They are aggressive in their free agent spending, circumventing annual cap space by pushing costs into future seasons, and jumping on a contract extension at the first opportunity. The Eagles' usage of void years has become so excessive that the NFL is now having lengthy discussions about how the salary cap is working and if teams are using it in the manner in which it was intended. Suffice it to say, the Eagles are not using it for its intended spirit but rather exploiting it to its fullest. Mind you, Howie Roseman is not breaking any rules. How a team chooses to spread out costs is up to them, and the Eagles are just one of those teams that is spending like crazy now and spreading it out like nothing we've seen before. The heavy use of void years allows the Eagles to spend money like crazy. They aren't a team that is making all the right moves, they are a team that is making all kinds of moves, hoping enough of them will stick to create a talented football team. And it's working. The Eagles are loaded with talent all over their roster. And because the Eagles are throwing money around left and right, some of their purchases won't be good ones. This was revealed in a rather costly fashion on Friday when we learned the team is waving the white flag on free agent edge rusher Bryce Huff and trading him to the San Francisco 49ers. The immediate reaction is more Howie praise. The Eagles GM recognized Huff was a huge mistake, so he quickly pivoted and is cutting his losses the best he can. And that's true. Getting out of that deal is better than staying in it. However, it doesn't appear that people truly understand how costly this move was. The Eagles signed Huff to a 3-year, $51 million deal last offseason. That's a whopping annual cost of $17 million per year for an undrafted free agent who had one good season over his first 4 years in the league. He wasn't even a starter on the New York Jets, but his 10-sack season in 2023 caught Roseman's attention, so the Eagles gambled that he was a rising star. He wasn't. The realization came quickly for Roseman that he had made a mistake, so he did what he does best: trade his way out of it. And while this will quickly become another mistake that Howie can sweep under the rug, it won't be forgotten by those who are paying close attention. That's because this move was really bad. The Eagles gave Huff $34 million in guaranteed money with his new deal. While the Dallas Cowboys might not have the best product on the field in 2025, they definitely didn't in 2024. When it comes to one aspect of the game, they're pretty much peerless. That area? Money. Which might be the most important area, actually. Not only are the Cowboys the most valuable professional sports franchise in the entire world at an estimated $10 billion, they've also managed to make some pretty brilliant salary cap moves. That means Dallas still has plenty of money left to make a move this offseason, one that could help the team in some big ways, by signing free agent safety and four-time NFL All-Pro Justin Simmons. Simmons heads into the 10th season of his NFL career as one of the league's best safeties in that time despite never having played on a team that qualified for the playoffs. Drafted in the third round, number 98 overall, out of Boston College in the 2016 NFL Draft by the Denver Broncos, Simmons made 4 All-Pro teams and was selected to 2 Pro Bowls in 8 seasons and also led the NFL with 6 interceptions in 2022. Justin Simmons placed the ball on Demaryius Thomas's number 88 after making the interception. Simmons was a salary cap casualty before the 2024 season, collateral damage from the disastrous Russell Wilson contract, and wound up on the Falcons as they stumbled their way to an 8-9 record in 2024. After 8 standout seasons in Denver that included 2 Pro Bowls, 3 second-team All-Pro nods and 30 interceptions, Justin Simmons joined Atlanta in free agency last year. The results were less than impressive, Bleacher Report's Gary Davenport wrote on May 31. His 62 tackles were his fewest since his rookie year, and his 2 interceptions tied a career low. Now, the 31-year-old is again looking for work. Simmons has previously expressed his desire to play for a contender in 2025, listing the Philadelphia Eagles, Cincinnati Bengals, and Buffalo Bills as teams he would consider. In that, Simmons made the one fatal mistake any NFL player can make in negotiations: he acted like he wants to be there. That means those teams will inevitably lowball Simmons. Which leaves an opening for the Cowboys, who might just be a few players away from sneaking into the playoffs. In that equation, the Cowboys would probably have to start with a 1-year, $7 million offer and guess it's at least $2 million more per season than any other offer Simmons will receive. That might be money even someone like Simmons, who has $70.3 million in career earnings, might be loath to turn his back on.